and today I'll be reading an article from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette dated Sunday, December 7th, 2008, written by Ed Boucher and titled Big D, Defense Rules the Day versus Dallas. I chose this article because, for one, I'm a diehard Steelers fan, and two, when the Steelers beat the Cowboys on this cold December day, it meant that I had bragging rights, or so to speak, over my best friend Mike, who lived in our basement for around 2 years. And he loved the Cowboys and hated the Steelers. So when they finally played each other with this regular season, we both knew somebody was coming home sad to the Steel residents that night. A game-winning touchdown, 4 turnovers, and 3 sacks sum up a totalitarian performance by the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. The game tied. Dallas had the ball on its 17 with 1 minute 51 seconds to go. And Steelers coach Mike Tomlin called a timeout? Did you all really call a timeout? Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo yelled across the line to the Steelers' Lamar Woodley and James Farrior. Yeah, what's your problem? Farrior responded. I don't know what else he thought would happen. That definitely added a little fuel to the fire. And on his next play, Romo and the Cowboys imploded. Steelers cornerback Deshae Townsend picked off an overthrown pass and ran it back 25 yards for a touchdown with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go in the game. That gave the Steelers an improbable 20-13 comeback victory over the Cowboys at Heinz Field. The Steelers scored 17 points in the final 7 minutes and 15 seconds to come from 13-3 down to run their record to 10-3 on the regular season. It ended appropriately on a day in which the Steelers defense kept handing its offense opportunities only to see them squandered. Those guys fought. They believed in one another, and they didn't blink in the face of adversity, most of which was caused by us, Tomlin said. The Steelers offense stopped at the goal line early in the fourth quarter, finally broke through when Jeff Reed kicked his second field goal from 41 yards with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to put them within 13-6. Roethlisberger, who had a terrible first half and was sacked 5 times, then strung together a 67-yard drive, mainly by completing passes to Nate Washington for 51 yards, 3 completions in total. He scrambled for an important 9 yards and made the first down by half the length of the football on a 4th and inches sneak. Keith Miller tied the game with an improbable touchdown, which made the game 13-13 when he caught a 6-yard touchdown pass from Roethlisberger with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. Fortunately for the Steelers, the Cowboys were having as many problems on offense, if not more. Tony Romo completed 19 of 36 passes for 210 yards and 1 third-quarter touchdown pass of 12 yards to Terrell Owens to go with 2 Nick Folk field goals. But Romo was intercepted 3 times and lost a fumble. Among the 5 Dallas turnovers, Romo was responsible for 4 on his own. Roethlisberger was 17 of 33 for 204 yards and lost a fumble on a quarterback sneak, but he was not intercepted throughout the game, and he came up big on the tying touchdown drive. It was the 16th game in which the Steelers, under Roethlisberger, have won in the final period of play when tied or coming from behind. It just seems like he tends to grow a cape, offensive tackle Willie Colon said. We kind of feed off of him. Both offenses stunk in the first half to this point, where it may have been more entertaining to just let the 2 defenses play each other. The Steelers gained 89 yards on offense and lost 2 fumbles. One of what would have been a successful 4th and 1 sneak by Ben Roethlisberger, the other after a catch and fumble by Miller. The Cowboys gained 134 yards and committed 4 turnovers / interceptions of Romo by Troy Polamalu and Ike Taylor, a fumble by Romo on another sack by James Harrison, his 15th of the season, and a muffed punt. Despite those 4 Cowboys turnovers, the Steelers managed only 3 points in the first half. Roethlisberger was dreadful in the first half as well, completing 6 of 18 passes for 63 yards and the lost fumble. The Steelers' offense wasted Polamalu's interception that ended Dallas's first series, with a drive that ended with Reed's 45-yard field goal drive wide right. The Steelers' defense was heroic in the first half, twice stopping 4th down thrusts by Dallas to go along with these 2 interceptions and forced fumbles. But the Cowboys tied the score on the final play of the first half and then took the lead on their first drive of the second. The Steelers' offense looked to be on its last legs when Roethlisberger and Santonio Holmes finally breathed some life into this offense. They hooked up on a 47-yard pass from their 20-yard line on 3rd and long. It was just a big play at an appropriate time, Tomlin said, coach of the Steelers. 3rd down and 16 yards to go under those conditions based upon what we had done through that point in the game, was a dire situation. It was big time protection, a big time throw, and a big time catch by Holmes. They moved to a first down at the 5-yard line, but did not score. Gary Russell got the call on the next play and was tackled for a 2-yard loss, and the Steelers turned it over to the Cowboys at the 3-yard line. There was 12 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game, and the Dallas defense celebrated as if it was over already. I just told the guys the game is not over. It's nowhere near over, James Farrior, middle linebacker of the Steelers defense, said to his team. The defense held field position at the 18, and the offense got another shot when Holmes returned a low punt 35 yards to the Dallas 25. The Steelers barely made it count after Roethlisberger was sacked back to the 23 on third down and Reed kicked a 41-yard field goal. It did, however, bring Pittsburgh to within one score. However, and they made the next one count, driving 67 yards to tie it on Heath Miller's touchdown catch. That set up Deshae Townsend's dramatic interception. We wanted to get our offense the ball back, and after Townsend scored the interception touchdown, that's exactly what they did. And with 51 seconds left on the clock, the offense for the Pittsburgh Steelers ran out the clock and improved to 10-3 on the regular season.